This guy, he's everywhere, from Harlem to Brooklyn to everywhere. Let's just say that. He's a journalist. He's everything. I'll tell you that for sure. He is the host of the ever popular Interact show that is on MNN every week, and best yet, they're on their way to their third season. And this is one of the reasons why we want to give him the opportunity to tell us more about it. So please welcome one of the most handsome guys of all, Nasir Ellis.
What's going on, brother man?
Hi, how are you?
Good. I feel good.
Good.
Thank you. I feel so good. This is exciting. It's like I'm happy to be back at the space.
Really?
Yeah, so you're saying you've been gone for a minute.
Yes, we shoot our show in the spring, so I usually take that the rest of the year to just like travel and work on smaller projects.
Oh, okay.
But I'm like itching to be back here. Like even sitting here in the lights, it's just like, oh my God, okay, I have to get back in the studio.
Right, that's good.
So tell us a little bit about what your show is about for the people who don't know.
The Interact show was born from my career as an independent journalist. You know, I'd flown out to LA a couple times and done red carpets and been interviewing a lot of artists and sat one-on-one with them. And I always had these moments where I thought, you know, I'd rather my audience be able to like have this conversation with me, to be a part of the conversation, as opposed to having to see me, you know, see it in post and then, you know, ask questions in the comments. How can I make them a part of this experience?
Exactly.
So I thought, Interact show and interaction. So how about I build a show where we have a studio audience and all the people that you may aspire to be like, that may be doing things that you want to do, you can actually interact with them.
Connect
So
with them
that's
along
good.
the way.
So that's where the name, the
good.
Interact show, came from?
Exactly.
Well, what got you inspired into doing the show here?
Okay, so long story short, I spent 3 years at a liberal arts school in Pennsylvania, and there was no television, media, entertainment, none of that stuff there. I created it all there because that's what I wanted to do, and I had to apply to early decision. I was stuck. I had a meeting with Stephen Hill, who was executive vice president of BET at the time in 2014, and basically told him everything I wanted to do, where I
Right.
wanted to go, and he said, come to M&N. And start here and build your programming and
Oh, so
start
he
really
he
building.
referred you to here.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Your
No,
show-
actually told me to
Your
start
show
here.
premiered in
Yeah.
March 2017 on
Yes.
MNN, and
3 years later.
yeah, 3 years later, look where you're at.
Right.
And your hair looks good, just like mine.
Thank you.
Just like mine with the
Right.
fresh cut.
Exactly, fresh cuts.
Fresh
Hello,
cut.
hello.
Clean beans.
Right.
Exactly.
Wait, just a second. Just,
Don't we look alike? Look, come on. Look at the hairlines. Precise.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fresh.
Exactly.
for
But
sure.
yeah, so you know,
Ain't
that's
got
where
the
the show
vanilla
came
bean.
from.
For sure.
Opportunities being created, man. That's
Absolutely.
Right.
Honestly,
The way
that's
to
my
go.
method. Like if there's an opportunity sitting there, like it's always
You gotta
it's
create your
created.
own.
And
Exactly.
no one's
You
gonna
have to
hand
go get
anything
it.
to you, and eventually they'll find your show or find whatever it is that you created. And like, oh, I want to be a part of that. So
So what advice can you give to like a person who knows probably in school or about to start school who wanted to get into media and want to become a TV host? Like what advice can you give them about starting off?
trust the fact that you not knowing is okay. And that is like a part
Can you
of the
say that
process.
one more time to the camera?
Exactly.
Trust
I
the
need-
fact that you not knowing is okay. Because I still don't know a lot of
Exactly.
things. So it's fine. I think in the beginning a lot for me was, doctor, lawyer, like there's a
Right, you have to
prescription
be
to how you
that.
become those things. But to become a television personality or a journalist, more importantly, it's so many ways. You can, start writing and go work for a publication. You create your own platform. You can come to M&N and then build from there. So there's so many different ways, and I think that discourages people because it's kind of, it's not certain. You don't really know what's going to be your break or what's going to be the thing that takes you to be able to provide for yourself and also do what you love. So just trust the fact that it's going to be okay. Just keep
It takes
committing
time.
to what you
Right,
want to do.
just
Take
have
time,
faith.
relax.
Trust the process.
And do not let
You
Instagram
gotta
make you
connect.
go crazy.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yo, that's
That's
like
amazing.
the best advice
It is,
you
right?
can take.
Yes.
For real. And and it's a work in progress because as I'm saying it to you, I'm saying it back to myself. Like it's not something that I've mastered, but it's definitely something that you should keep at the forefront and know that this is not going to hinder me.
Dope.
We all say that, for sure, and it's the facts. So I want to talk to you about the guests that you had on your show and the moments that you had. Like, tell us more about that. Like, the highlights of the show, like, who has been, like, the best inspirational guest that you've had on your show here?
Best inspirational guest. What's most important for us is making sure that, in order to bring in a studio audience, we have to have some type of notoriety. So we try to bring in, popular people. I think one of our most popular was Justina Valentine from Wild 'N Out.
Oh,
She came
yeah, I
here,
remember.
and that was the season finale of season 1. Amazing. she did like I think we had like 60 people in the studio audience. She did this like live freestyle thing based off the words that they were saying, and so many things went wrong that day, but she
Was able to pull it off.
Yeah.
amazing, amazing. So that was one of our like favorite episodes. The first episode of season 1 was season 2 was great too. We had Kazim Famude.
Kazim Famude?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Kaz was on the show. And he
You're
talked-
approaching to us here, I see, because this is our third season on air.
Wait, let me ask you, how many episodes you did for season 1?
12.
Oh,
12
12.
episodes, yeah.
Okay, that's not bad.
And we started off with doing 30 minutes. We didn't really know what we were doing.
Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
done this before.
Yeah.
First episode of season 1 was horrible. I was running back and forth between the control room, like what's going
Like,
on?
what's
Like
go-
it was
yeah.
insane.
Wow.
But 2 seasons later, we have a writers team and a production team and a wardrobe team. And it's just,
Nice.
like,
That's
growing.
good.
It's
Wow.
crazy.
But how do you get the
So
audience to
good.
get involved into like be a part of the show? Because I see the part of the studio audience members come closer to like the actor or the guests to watch. How do you do that here?
Oh well, so that's the interaction part. That's the crux of the show, right? So we have a studio audience, but you know any show has a studio audience. Every show has a studio audience. So why, or rather, what's going to make our show special? What is going to take the interaction to the next level? So there's a part of a show where we have a round table and we talk about whatever, I don't know, politics. You were just talking about CNN and John Acosta, but someone from the studio audience is always allowed to sit on the round table and be a part of the conversation. And the people in our studio audience are actors and writers and dancers, and they're doing their own things, and they're in
Right.
commercials, and they're stars themselves. So when they come to sit in the audience, they're also able to promote themselves and connect with the
That's
people
so
on the
good,
panel.
wow.
So you never know, you might come to the reaction and end up on the stage.
Right. Wow, I love that.
Are
Keep
we
doing your
invited?
thing.
Which is, of course. How many
No
times?
question,
How
right?
many times have you walked past the stage or walked past while we were shooting and just like, Dave, I see you.
He keep trying to look
A
at
million
you like,
times.
Right,
For
like,
sure.
yeah.
Like, homie, I see you.
Like,
He's too
yeah.
busy. He's a busy guy here.
Yeah, he
All
really
always
is.
running around.
He take his work very serious.
Yes.
I
He's
love
amazing. I know.
It's not an easy task, but it's worth it here because every youth has a story to tell for sure.
Yeah.
That's so true.
And a lot of people don't see like, the behind the scenes stuff and then the stuff and the stuff you do after the show, with the editing.
Yeah.
And I know I'm starting to experience it. I'm
Listen.
starting to
Editing is my least
I've seen it. I've
favorite
seen it
thing
in
to
an Eminem promo before.
because like you just want to get rid of the episode, but it's like, I can't do that. I can't half-ass
Honestly,
the
like
episode.
I started out doing the editing and stuff like that, and I value it because I love to understand what it takes to
Yeah.
now
Yeah,
create
that's so
what I do.
good.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So now I'm like so far removed where I'm just reading scripts.
How do you feel editing your own stuff though? Because I feel like I'm my
have
worst
to.
like
I have
critic.
to.
So it's like I edit my things and I'm just like, oh, I could have done this better. Maybe I should reshoot it.
Right.
Then I won't look at it for like a day or two when I come
Yeah.
back and I'm like, oh, maybe it's not that bad. Like I'm just
You're
all
just
over the
freaking
place
out.
whenever
Yeah,
I
you're freaking
edit.
out.
You know what it is?
So like, how
I'm
do
a Virgo
you?
and I'm a perfectionist, so
Yeah.
I need to be there. Like it's actually a job for me to like back up and not be so on top of the process. Like I
Right.
told you, season 1, episode 1, I was running back there.
Yeah.
As a host, I'm not supposed to be back there. Like you don't see Oprah running back to talk to
Right,
the crew about
right,
what's
right.
going on. So
You just want to make sure everything's
Yeah,
legit. So when you
exactly.
edit, you're like,
You're like,
okay,
okay.
Exactly.
my
It's
crew did a
easy.
good job.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. But you should know all parts of the process so that you understand what it takes, so that even in a bad moment, you know that I know what it takes to be a producer. So I know that
Exactly.
even though something went bad, I know what he's
What-
going through or what
exactly.
it takes to create this. So, and it gives you better perspective,
Do you ever feel starstruck when you see yourself on TV? You're like, oh snap, that's me
The
right
first
there.
time that I was on MNN, when I found out what channel we were on, it was 1993, which was the year I was born, which I thought was crazy.
Wow.
And I was like, this is just like so meant to be. And I saw my name on the TV guide, and I was like, wow, this is like real.
Yeah.
I've never,
amazing feeling
the
in the
moment
world.
that I would see this happen, it's humbling. It's beautiful. It's something that's celebrated by the people around me. So I love it.
You know what would be better if it airs on network television. Now that's even a highlight moment.
It's coming.
Right,
It's
that's
coming.
true.
Yeah,
Soon come,
it's all
right?
coming.
It's coming, and it's
Speak
coming.
it
We have
into
a lot of
existence,
surprises.
Right,
guys.
exactly.
Oh, okay, cool.
I have no water left, so I.
Okay.
We're
Don't
gonna
worry about
pretend you have.
So I
Hennessy
have a
in the
question.
cup.
So where do you see yourself in like 5 years or in the future?
Whew, 5 years. So I'm 25 now, and I've been thinking about the next 5 years.
Yeah.
I'm about to be 30. That's
Right.
a big thing. I definitely will be at a network. I have a non-traditional sense of where I want the show to go. I don't want to say it out loud because it's just, I don't want the idea to be stolen. So I'm not
Right.
going to say it. But I don't want it to be a traditional show. I'll say that, and I'll say that in the sense of I don't want it to be just standard studio audience and everyone comes to see me. So I'd rather come see you And I'll leave it at that.
You're giving me a
Okay.
curiosity thought in mind in terms of like, how well would you do impersonating me as sitting in this chair?
I think you're doing
Give it a go.
amazing.
You would
do
do
an
great.
episode.
I think you could do it.
Try it now. Something.
You want my glasses?
I mean, see, this is gonna. Whoa.
He blind?
Well, actually, I can really see through them though. It's
Wow,
crazy. Like if I
that's
like, really
crazy.
focus, I can really see them. How do I look with these?
You know who you look like? That actor.
Who's that?
He was in Don't Bother Me. He was in Get Out. He was like one of the first dudes to
the
get
best
like.
friend?
Yeah.
He was literally
You
just
kind
on
of look
Wendy
like
Williams.
him.
Really?
Yes, with the glasses on.
Hey, hey.
Well, you did the
Check
best
like
you
him,
could,
so-
though.
Right. You look like a journalist, so he looks so professional
looks
and
like a
everything,
journalist.
right? Yeah, he looks like a journalist.
A professional journalist.
Yeah,
And you
professional
know,
You're both
Right.
handsome.
this,
Yeah.
yes,
Thank you.
and this is one of the reasons why you got to come back, Nasir. We
Listen,
enjoyed
Right,
having
If you
you.
come back every week, I mean, you probably don't want me here that often, but
Well,
still, I will be here.
Right?
Hey, who said?
I mean, I guess that means that I should be back. And if you don't see me back,
Yes.
you should write in the comments.
Be back soon.
Well, you're welcome anytime, whenever
Thank you,
you're
thank you.
nearby. So, our special thanks to Nasir Ellis. I'm going to give this to Nasir and let him explain where can we catch his show and his social media and so forth.
Awesome. You can catch me at official Nasir Ellis on Instagram. I don't have a Twitter, but maybe in 2019 I'll change things up. Season 3 starts in March, The Interact Show. You can find us on Instagram at The Interact Show. Stay tuned. There's going to be a lot of surprises, celebrity guests, up-and-coming artists, and you might be one of them. So just hit us up. If you want to be on the show, you want to perform on the show, DM us. I'll respond. The booking agent will respond. Someone will respond.
We'll
So
do the
hopefully
same
see you
thing
guys soon.
here. We'll do
Right.
the same thing to get all of us on the show, Nasir.
Right.
He went like
yes.
that.
Yes, right? Like
Thinking,
that.
like,
That would
Everyone.
be good, right?
Yeah.
That would be great.
We could do
Entertaining
like a
kind of
little.
guy.
Oh yeah. I mean, I caught the banter off the camera, so I already know. You know, you're a turn up guy.
Hey,
That's
ladies,
good that we have it.
ladies and gentlemen, Nasir Ellis.